Okay, so I think we are live right now, and let's start. Do you want to check if we are really live? Still, yeah, this is our second time, and I still don't really know what we are doing here, but let's start. Let's start. Yeah.
Where's the link? Is it link you sent me the last time?
I'm not sure if the same link is working, so maybe I should try to find again. Yeah, yeah. I am looking for the link. Maybe you should check the channel. Yeah, I have a link here, but that's another one. Ah, okay, I found it. I already forgot where to find. So yeah, I send it to you here, and let's start. Okay, I already. Yeah, so we have some music here. I hope the volume is okay. So let's start. Yeah. Hi everyone. This is the second live session where we are developing the AI translation tool with the goal to be able to translate long documents precisely. And for that, we are developing a system which translates the text using AI to another language and then translates it back. And then using AI, it tries to decide if the translation is really precise or not. So, and I'm Christian, a developer during my normal job, and Nigel is my English teacher. Hi Nigel, please say a few words about you.
So that's a problem because I can't say a few words. I have so much to say. I'm an amazing, beautiful individual who's very dynamic and handsome. I have a dog, 2 children and a wife, and they love me like you can't believe it. So sorry for you, I can't say a few words. But Christian, very importantly, tell us a little bit about your experience, if you don't mind, and how your developing journey got to this point, because I think the listeners and the viewers would like to kind of figure out, okay, you're a developer.
Yeah, I was a developer for more than 20 years now, and I'm from Hungary, and so AI was really something I was interested in from my childhood, and recently, 3 years ago, I started to do it a bit more professionally. I created an IDE for, so it was a kind of a concept software where I created an IDE for developers to work together with AI, and it was in 23, so more than 2 years ago when it started to develop itself. So this is really something I am proud of, that it was maybe the very first software on earth that was completely coded by AI. It was the GPT-4 era, so not 4.0, but the GPT-4 coded it fully, so 100%, no human written code was there. It was right before vibe coding was something that we spoke about. So vibe coding is when you write only prompts and the code is generated by AI. So I think I was the person creating the very first non-trivial vibe coded software, and it was a software for generating vibe coding. So it's a vibe coding software itself. It's called AI Junior, and I abandoned that project in the meantime because we have a lot of great tools, and it was a bit before its time. So it was a kind of concept, and after that I moved to working on different kind of software. Like currently I'm working on an agent. It's also a software developing agent, but designed for enterprises. So it deals with very large code bases and so on. So that's what I am doing during my daytime, and here we try to build a small business based on AI. So the goal here is to have something that's really that can be created. So we want to create a service from it, a small service where you can upload a document and it will be translated. And the goal is to have really good quality and use AI for it. So of course AIs can translate, but with big documents and with precision, there can, we have to work on it to really work it correctly. So that's where we are, and yeah, maybe start with a small recap what we have done. We have a single session last week where we created a simple software which is able to, so it just gets an input. This is input to text here, where we get some text, and that text is sent to a model, an AI model. This time it's Qwen3, and the model is asked to translate it. Here it translated to German, and then the model is called again, asking it to translate it back. And now we have two versions of the same text in the same language. So the goal is to translate here from English to German, and so we translate back, and now we have two English versions, the input and the back, and here we are. We want to continue, and maybe just to see the code. It's really short right now, so it's a single file. That's all. There is a function to call the model. It's called translate. It gets the text and source and target languages, creates the API key. It creates a prompt from it. So here is the prompt. You are a professional translator, and it just calls the API. We are using OpenRouter. It's very, very low level what we are doing here, so nothing fancy. And of course it was generated by the AI, so you don't really need to understand everything, but the flow of the data is interesting, and the main function just parses the arguments and calls the translate function several times, so to translate there and translate back, and writes the results to files. So that's what we have. And let's continue from here. Or do you have any questions about this, Nigel?
Yes. The screen is not visible when I look into it. So
that's an issue.
yeah.
Okay, I showed you everything without sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I can see even on. I went onto the live streaming now.
Yeah.
I can see the work, but I don't see our faces.
Oh yeah, you were not seeing our faces because okay. The issue is not that. The issue is no. I don't have to share the screen. Sorry, this is yeah. So you cannot see our faces on the stream. That's what is happening, really? Or can you please state the problem again?
Yeah. So if I go to the live stream now,
yeah.
I don't see.
I think I see the issue. There is some sizing issue with the or what? So you don't see our faces?
Correct. Let me just double check here. Yeah, now I can see our faces.
Okay.
But it's hidden right at the bottom of the screen. You can
Yeah,
see
and
half.
now is it
Yeah,
still
much,
visible?
little bit more, much better.
Is it visible fully? It
Yes.
should be right down there, but visible. Yeah, okay. Okay, so then let's just start or continue this project. So we have these two versions of the text, the original and the back translated, both in English. It's important, I think, that it's in English both because it's easier for us to understand. Let's say that that we don't speak German. But we need a better text because we played it with this Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. But I think we need a real kind of a text from some real document. Maybe I am looking for a real one, which this document was. This generated the original idea. It's a document I created for Helen Doron, so my Helen Doron school in Santander, where I am the leader, and we have several teachers there, and it's this document describes how we are working together, like how to, yeah, like maybe this part we can go with this one. It's just a small part. It describes how the flashcards are organized in the school. So I think, yeah, maybe that is good for a start. Let's say that this is our input, and let's just execute the. How can I start it? Yeah, okay, it lost. First of all, I have to load the. I have loaded the API keys so I can communicate, so I can call the model, but I forgot how to start it, so I asked the AI how to. Okay, of course I could start it, but it's not even how to start this project. I am just asking my AI here and see what's happening. Oh, it quickly wrote a README for us. And let's see what happens. So the README with some features here. Okay, let's say how usage Python translate.py inputs outputs, or we have source and target. It's optional with custom language. Let's use this one. So let's just call it, and the source language this time is English, and let's say the target language is Hungarian, which is not easy, not an easy language. So maybe Night calls the model and with this input, and first, yeah, here I already see that it's done. This code, yeah, I see that the translation is not fully correct. Let's see. Yeah, so for example, after the back translation, flashcards are no cards, and yeah, I think that's an important difference. But here I should set the one. Somehow I need to. It's hard to read this file that way. Maybe I'm going here. So let's say that this was the input, and this is the back translated one. So you can see that there are some differences. And so the next step, I think, should be to ask the AI what's the differences. But before doing that, let's talk a bit about these two texts. What do you think about this? Is this the same, or what would you say, as my English teacher, about this the difference? So do you think that the second version equals, or what's the main issue here?
So I don't see that clearly on my side. Just a moment for me.
Yeah, I need to maybe to zoom in a moment. Is it better now?
Yes, that's better now. Let's check.
Let's go with the first, maybe the first sentence. So flashcards are kept in one box per course, arranged in numerical order. And this is the back translated version.
I'm happy with it so far.
Great. The next one. Why the teacher guides do not refer to the cards by number. The numbering corresponds to the order in which they appear in the material. What the teacher guides do not refer to the card numbers. The numbering corresponds to the order in which the material appears in the curriculum. So here it's called material, and here it's called curriculum. Are those the same? What do you think?
I think it's easier to the wording is different, but the meaning is more or less the same. So
Great.
I don't think I don't think
if you would ask if that's acceptable, you would say yes. Oh, great.
Yeah, correct.
Keeping them in order helps with searching. Keeping the cards in order makes reviewing easier. That's for me that's different, but that's why you are my English teacher. Reviewing, so searching and reviewing, can reviews mean something like search?
Yeah, review is basically to look and find the order of things. If you're reviewing something, you have a look and see but the original versus, let's say, a copy of it. Does it look the same, or anything similar? So searching is also a similar word that could be used. One thing that we need to understand is that whenever you translate from one language to the other, there's always going to be bits and pieces that are lost in between. And there's nothing you can do about that, because sometimes words or phrases in one language might not be as strong in a second language. So when you put all of this together, this is when you see the end result. So the bottom line is it acceptable to use the phrase or the question or an explanation, and is it acceptable or not? And that's when you say, okay, no, fine, I'm happy with that. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Let's say so now we have a single test case, I think. So let's add sorry, I just changed music.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is this model something that a average person can use? In other words, the setup that you have now, is it only in the development stage of what you're wanting to accomplish, or is this something that one of our listeners or viewers can actually use this product at the moment?
Yeah, if we upload it to GitHub or somewhere, then someone who is familiar with development in Python can start to use it, but it's not really designed for that right now. So I think we need to add more documentation, and even it's very basic right now. So I'm not sure if it's really helpful, but we are going in that direction. I think in a few sessions it will result in some kind of an open source library which we can publish and others can use, but using it needs some knowledge about development, and later in a month or 2 months, we will see, we should, my plan is to create some service which can be used on the internet, so you can just start using it. But for that, there is a lot of questions like who will pay for the AI and so on. But that's So for now, I think it's for developers. So let's continue with this next step, where I think we asked the AI to do this review what we did. So I generating the code for it. The prompt that I started to write is at the next step, where we ask the AI to check if the input and the back translated are equivalent. Can I say equivalent? What is so I would like you to help with the wording. What we are looking for, the meaning. The meaning has the same meaning. Maybe that's better. It has the same meaning.
Equivalent is fine. You can also say similar, either or. So it depends.
I think
sometimes you might not get the exact meaning that you want to get across, but this is what they say is lost in translation. So but the best version of it, if you can get the best version, or a few alternatives as well.
So no significant difference can be found, then just write same. Write the result story. So I'm asking it so the review should contain a concise description of the difference. So let's start with that. So it will just generate code for executing it, and then we will refine later. I think that the prompt needs to be refined. That model is very quick that we are using here. Let's say okay, so we generated some compare meanings. This is very similar to the Translator, and here is the prompt it used, but it's very hard to edit in this way. Okay, so you are a language. Let's just start it and see what happens. I just start it again, and while it works, let's read the prompt it generated. I never close this one. Normally, I don't know how to do it. Okay. So here is it. Let's maybe I am asking it to, because I don't like that we need to read it here. I am asking the AI to read the prompts from external files. Put the files under prompts. so it should create a new directory, new folder here called prompts, and inside it we will see 2 prompts, I hope. It created the prompts there, and yeah, here are the prompts, so it's easier to system prompt the original back do this. Yeah, it looks great. Okay, so what I asked for to separate the prompts from the code. I don't like if the prompts what are sent. So we are sending prompts to the AI, and those prompts are text, English text mainly, with some. Yeah, and I don't like if it's inside the code, the Python code. So I asked the AI to refactor our code so it's outside. I'm not sure if it's still working, but let's check. And but still not easy to read because I need to set up the wrapping. Which, to be honest, I don't know how to do. Word wrap when I allow the text to break. Yeah. So you are a language expert. Compare meanings of 2 texts in language. If the meanings are very close with no significant differences, respond with exactly same. Otherwise, provide a concise description of the differences in meaning. Be brief and focus on semantic differences, not minor wording variations. That looks like a great prompt. Of course, there is an issue that the description will not contain the directions, which is which and so on. But let's so this is the back translated input output. Yeah, here is the review. It's the same. Great. So that's so the AI also thinks that it is correct. So I think the next step is to find some text which is hard to translate, and where the translation has significant differences. But okay. Is everything clear right now? So do you understand what we are doing here right now?
I understand what you're doing, but how you did it's going to take me some time to learn. So that's great. Maybe what I can do, if you're okay with this, is to write a few sentences, and then you can stick it in there and see if you have to translate it and then do the back translation, how that will come instead of getting a very complicated text. So I'll send you a message now.
Yeah, great.
And then tell me what you think. But in the meantime, when it comes to, while I'm typing this lesson, the text out, I'll send it to you on the what is this now? Google Meet. Yeah, and then you can have a look there. But what I'd like you to explain to us is, it's so confusing now, because my son came to the other day and he says, Dad, do you use ChatGPT? And I said, honestly, I use Gemini, and because it's easier with Google, I use Gemini. And then he says, oh, I'm using Grok. I says, what is Grok? And then he says, no, don't you know Grok? I says, no, I don't know who that is. And then he explained to me and he showed me why he likes that. And every time I talk to someone, in the last few weeks, there's Perplexity, I think it is, or Plexity, I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
And there's further. So if you could just, in a minute or two, explain where these sort of AI tools coming from, different companies I'm thinking, but do they do more or less the same generally? And why are you using ChatGPT instead of one of these ones? If you can just let us know while I type a text quickly.
Yeah, so there are several large language model providers. So those are companies creating those models, and and all of them has, so a model is something that is the base of the AI. You can send the text and sometimes images to it, and it will send text back, and that's a model. But that's separated from the user interface you are using. So ChatGPT itself is a user interface where you can call the model. You can chat with the models of OpenAI. So OpenAI is creating ChatGPT, and OpenAI is creating GPT-5, for example. That's a model. And there is XAI, which is creating the Grok model, and you can talk to Grok on their interface too, or you can talk to Grok on X, the social media platform too. And there is Claude, which is another company where they creating models and a user interface too, and they creating tools for coding too. But I am using here is Cursor. I'm not sure if I say it out correctly. It's a tool for developers. So in last session we have used ChatGPT. Here I am using Cursor, and there the underlying model. So you can select which underlying model to use, and there are quite a few. But I am in Auto. So those are models. I am using their model now, which is quite new, and it's very fast, and seems like it's powerful too. Of course, what we did right now was not much, so it wasn't really complicated, but it's quite impressive, this composer one. Oh, sorry, I use the auto model, which I'm not sure what happened, but I guess it called this composer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people can decide which to use depending on what their needs are, and do a little research to see what's better.
Yeah, it's just the landscape is changing every month, so you can use so and those are only models, the big ones. What we are calling here is a Quen model, which so this is the Quen 3. That's a really big but open source model which we are using, and maybe there is some about here. Yeah, so this is the model what we are calling. So maybe yeah, of course this is one of the highest quality for translation. So but that maybe we should try another one which is not so good in translation while we are developing the system, so that we can easier find the issues with translations, and then later we can switch back. But let's check your have you sent the?
Yes, I sent it to you on the chat on Meet.
Yeah, great. So let's use this as the input. So my name is Nigel, and I'm English tutor from South Africa. Besides being a tutor, I have many business interests. I love the outdoors and fishing. Yeah, but it's quite simple text. I think it will be able to translate it correctly.
Good.
Yeah, maybe we should change the AI that we are using. What kind of model is in use? We can set it with model. So this is the default. Let's look for another one. Maybe from a same one, but we have that's the free model. It's a very small model, so it should be. say. So let's start the program by saying that we want to use this this model, which is a very small one. So I added an extra space. So now it's using a different model for the translation. So this is the input, the translated. Oh, it's slow. Maybe that's not a good one. Oh, I failed to save it. That's the issue.
No problem. We can just
try it again.
We could use what you're using now just to see this text.
Yeah, it's I hope. Not sure. Just check the performance. Oh, it's very slow. This looks like. Okay, maybe we need another one. Let's just check. The reasoning model, yeah. Let's say I am looking for models with that can process text, and maybe we are looking for, yeah, there are some categories here. Role playing, yeah, translation is here. So those are models specifically designed for translation. Not sure if this one speaks Hungarian though, but it's back. Oh yeah, it's great. I see that it's not a good translation. Here we are in Hungarian, so it was the original.
Okay.
This is the translated, and the back translated one is: hello, my name is Nigel. I am an English teacher from home, but it's not bad. I have been a teacher for more than 2 years. Outside of teaching, I have a lot of entrepreneurial interest. I love nature and fishing is indeed my favorite leisure activity. It looks like the review should say, what do you think the review should say? Same, or is there any important difference?
I think when it comes to technical information, if you're looking at technical specifics for a engineering project, or specifics for a medical translation, where a doctor needs to translate something, those are the in those scenarios you would need the best version of this translation. But in a general text, like now just speaking and explaining a little bit about myself, I think it's acceptable. What do you think?
Yes, I think that it should say the same, and it did. So yeah, that's great. But I would like to say something where the translation fails. So let's make it. Well, not sure if we have time for that. Let's. But maybe we need some more complicated text. Maybe try with that one. Yeah, just try it and see what happens. Yeah, of course, so during the working of this system, usually I think that, so in my head it looks so that that it we have a long document, and translating it at once is not a good idea because it overwhelms the model cognitively, and so they usually do it by chunking it, so but just stripping it, so creating small chunks from it and translating them separately. Of course, there is other issues with that, like we need to use the same wordings. If something is an important word is translated to another one, then it should be translated at each chunk the same. But we need to chunk them, and for most of the chunks, I think that the review should say same. But there are quite a few chunks in a long document, maybe in a long document 1, 2, or 10 chunks that have issues, that will have issues. That's my vision of how it will work. And we need to concentrate on that one, because if the AI can translate, so the parts that the AI can translate at once, that's just simple, then we are done. But in a long document, there will be a few chunks where the review will say there are issues, and we need to retranslate and try to fix those issues. So right now we need to find a text that is hard there, and that where the AI makes mistakes. So this is the input, and this is the back translated, and let's check. So since self-made or store-bought games and props usually do not belong strictly to a given course, these are organized by type and characteristics. And the other says, since games and items created or purchased by private hands are generally not strictly assigned to specific codes, they are organized according to the type and characteristics. Wow, I'm not sure my English is good enough to decide. Let's say what it said. It still said the same. There is another issue here that maybe so being on the same language helps us to decide if there is a difference, and it helps the AI too. But I think that we should use different models for the review, not the same. But still, it looks like this text is still so the AI was able to translate it in its first. What do you think? Is it true that this is the same? So here again, text storage method is still being developed, but to avoid chaos, it is important that they also have fixed the place and are returned immediately after use. And the back translated.
So I only see the first text that we did that I gave you. I can't see it on the streaming side.
Really?
Yeah, I only saw the text that you that I sent to you. The second text that you put in, I can't view it.
Is that possible? But do you see my screen?
I can see your screen now, but it's not clear.
It's not clear, but that's not okay. Then we should work on that first, I think. So here are the two texts.
That's one I can see, but I don't see the other one. You need to just go up a little bit, if you can.
We don't really have. Yeah, this way. Is it okay?
I can see the coding at the bottom, but the actual text itself.
So this is the first version. This was the input.
Yeah.
And this is the back translated.
Now the screen, there's nothing happening on the screen on the side. So I think you can see it somehow on your side, but on the streaming itself, I don't see anything. So I can't. I can see us on the face that we're moving around with some delay, but on the screen itself, I don't see anything.
What do you see? Oh, I don't understand.
If you go to the streaming itself,
but now something is changing.
yeah, I can see the bottom end of the text that the second text that you did.
Yeah.
But I don't see the first. I can't see the first side of it.
Oh, let's try again. So now there is no significant text on the.
What I'm seeing on my screen here on the is. Remember, there's a delay here as well. So
Yes. It's hard. But now I cleared everything, so you should not really see any text besides what I talked to the AI.
Let's give it a minute and see.
Oh.
Okay, now I can see where you said some self-made and self-store-bought games and props usually do not belong strictly to a given course.
Wow,
I can see
you
number
are
one.
That then that's a lot. Oh, that's not a live streaming, you know. I cleared my screen half a minute ago. Oh, but that's quite an issue. Oh, I think there is a setting in YouTube. But then, okay, let's. Okay, now there is two. So now there is two versions on the text, and we need to wait for it to arrive. But if it's not, but if you cannot see it live, then we cannot talk about it. I think, yeah. So that's quite a lag, I think. Okay, but then I think that the time is over for now, and we made some progress, but we have issues with testing. So I think for next time, I will prepare some text where the AI has issues translating, and then we can continue by improving this review process. And when the review says same, then of course the translation is okay, and for that chunk. And if the review says that there is an issue, then we need to retranslate with this in mind, you know. So then we will translate again with hints saying that please be sure that you do not lose that part of the meaning. And I hope that this retranslation will result in better quality. But for that we need test data, and I will collect test documents for next time. So this is my plan.
Good. I think everything is with patience. Everything will be where we want it to be. So as we figure out how to use the technology, from the
seems
viewing
like
point of view,
we have some issues here. we need to learn how to stream live. And that's the fact that you are not seeing my screen live. That makes it hard for us to speak about the thing. Yeah, that's I think that's the main result for today.
Yeah. But at least we know what the bugs are as such. And we slowly will fix it, because right now on Google Meets I see you in the current, but when I go into the streaming site to see what is it that you're doing, it doesn't correlate. So I think
so I maybe next time I will try to share my screen too with you, and let's see if that works. Hopefully that will work.
And I need to be sitting somewhere where I have my both screens at the same time. I've only got the one screen, so if with two it'd be much easier. I can see your live and tell you what the difference is. But also maybe we should see what the lag time is. If it's like a minute, then you say what you need to say. We wait, let it appear.
I have seen a setting in YouTube for that. There was no numbers, I think, but something I can set. Maybe I will set it. For a smaller one, but we will see. So let's end it for today. I think we are marching to to the success.
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
have a review, and the review seems to work. And if the review says there is an issue, then we can try the translation again. So that's for next time.
Great stuff. See you soon. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.
And do me a favor.
Yeah.
Read your bloody emails, right?
Oh yeah, I will try.
See you next time.
See you.
Bye-bye. Bye.